Yo, what's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Nate the Great coming at you with another live. You already know if you're new to the channel, like, share, comment, and subscribe. To all the returning friends and family, you already know it's peace and blessings. Let me give y'all some time to tune in. Apologies for the pushback. It's been another busy morning, but I know that, like I told y'all, when you don't get sun in the morning, you'll catch something by the afternoon. Popcorn, what's going on, my guy? First things first, you already know. Hopefully, everybody having a blessed and productive Thursday. Hopefully, everybody's smoothly getting through the work day. Hopefully, your kids are smoothly getting through the school day. Um, those that still celebrating birthdays this week, to all the fellow Scorpios, may you definitely have another year and another blessing around the sun. More lessons, more blessings. And whatever plans you might have, hopefully you keep yourself safe and vigilant at all times. Always stress that no matter what you're doing, just make sure you're keeping yourself safe. Appreciate everybody that tuned in Tuesday for the conversation. Definitely was a great one. Those that missed it, y'all could definitely catch this replay. And I ain't gonna hold y'all too crazy today neither. Reiterating again on a few things, especially for those who might be taking the young ones out trick or treating today. Um, Again, make sure you checking all candy items and everything else before you start making your movements wherever you're moving to. Definitely make sure that none of that candy is tampered with or messed with in any way, shape, or form. Definitely be safe in your whereabouts wherever you might be trick or treating, because in certain areas, shoot, you might be prone to some form of violence or some form of madness. Because whenever it does come to certain, uh, I can't even call this a holiday, but every time it comes to certain events like this, some people don't know how to act. Weather pretty decent out too for those who are out and about, especially in the city. Um, I think we almost at 80 today, so if you out and about, just keep you a spare sweater just in case if it do get cool and nippy tonight. And again, if you might be still out and about with your young ones trick or treating, just make sure you know where you going and what you getting yourselves into. Some of y'all might be going to Halloween parties or events like that again. Make sure y'all safe. Like I said, make sure you keeping your eyes on everything, your drinks, whatever. Um, Today is more of a reiteration. And the reason why I say I think it's best as people within the community that we try to shape things together and at least put certain things in order. So you take a look around and you listen to some of the stories that's going on in some of these other states, some of these other cities. It's tragic because again, when you look at certain situations, they don't really have much of nothing. There's a lot of them kids who are going to be forced to run the streets only because, again, there is no form of anything that's giving them something good. Like, they opportunities little to none. Spots like Oklahoma City and stuff like that, even Chicago, a lot of them places, it's not that they not flourishing with business to a degree, but there's not enough. It's not enough opportunities for those, especially those who are too young to either still work or whatever. But for the ones that can work, it's not really that many options for them. And for some, when the bill is due or when it's time to put food on the table, they're going to do whatever it is they do just to try to make sure it happens. But in that same token, they are taking a risk too because, granted, you're trying to put food on your table. But at what cost? 702, baby. But at what cost are you really trying to, put food on the table? for some of them, there's no choice because if they not getting any form of adequate help, that's what they gonna seek to. Appreciate you, 702, baby. But this is what I'm saying though. At some point, you're gonna have to start changing changing the aspect and the cylinder on things. This is why some of them kids are running into the streets because they ain't getting no form of opportunity. It's bad enough they probably coming from areas. Some of them are coming from areas where the parents don't give a damn. Let's be real. Parents don't give a damn. As long as you don't turn up as a DOA or as long as you don't turn up in that system, they don't care about what you do. And it's sad with some of them because the most they look for is just not just love and attention, but they looking for guidance. And you technically are supposed to guide them into something good. You know, there's some parents who wonder why their kids are falling victim to the streets. Because if you're not taking the active responsibility you're supposed to take as a parent, and you're not making sure that everything is up to par, what you expect to happen? That's why I said, it's a balance to a lot of different things. See, prime example, there's a reason why some of these people are losing their lives now because, again, being out wrong places, wrong times. How many stories we done got of kids that's not even 12, 13 years old, either sitting in the hospital critically or losing their lives because of. Appreciate you, 702, baby. And I'm sorry, but it is detrimental if you think about it. Because you see inspiration and you see everything where it's supposed to be at, right? There's some people who ain't moving in the streets and still got to worry about jealousy, envy, and hate. I was listening to a little mini documentary about one of these female rappers in Ohio. Now, she wasn't into she wasn't in the streets. She wasn't doing nothing wild, crazy where it would grant for or would warrant her to lose her life. What it was she lost her life because she tried to fight for her possessions. Apparently, it was a robbery going wrong, and she happened to be the victim of circumstance. And she was on her way to rise. She was doing the music, she was making names, or making and ringing bells where she was at. You know, and again, didn't get a chance to live her full potential. That's something we got to worry about. See, like, look, we know that certain ones are not going to be able again to move where they want to move to, and some will move just because, again, better opportunity, different environment, so on and so forth. But even with the change of environment, with the way the world is going, with the way some of these people are thinking and executing plans, it's almost essential. Like, again, they're messing up what could possibly be something great for your community. How they always say, protect the bag. A lot of y'all fumbling in your hoods because you're allowing your top stars, and it doesn't matter if they're in music, sports, if they're in journalism, whatever. You're allowing them to succumb to peanut butter and jelly BS and jealousy, setups, all sorts of things like that. You're not supposed to basically burn the bridge with a person or with people that could be beneficial. You know, some people are not just looking for themselves or looking to serve themselves when they do things. No, they're looking to try to help and give back the best way possible. But when you're knocking them off, basically, how do you expect things to be on the up and up? Prime example, if you know you grew up with some people and they're on their way to rise, they're on the way to making something great happen. You're supposed to make sure they good at all costs, especially if they're trying to implement you or put you within the plans or the construct of the plan. I want to make sure my niggas is good so they ain't got to be out here trapping. They ain't got to be doing this. And if a person is telling you this is what they're trying to do and this is what they're guaranteed to do, why not try to find that common ground and say, you know what? You know, you're right. But again, you got to remember, not everybody going to be for everybody. You got some people that will try to snake you in the worst ways, but you just got to remind yourself to cut them snakes out the grass, basically. That's it. Because some people are only going to be for you and serve a purpose just for you until you can't serve them a purpose no more. Again, this is why a lot of people are falling victim too. There's some of y'all who are trying to keep the wrong people around you. And sometimes those people are backdooring. And it's kind of going back to what I was saying the other day about some of y'all that want to try to resonate and join these games. You know, you want to be in it. You want to be in that type of life. You think that's really what your calling is. Well, remember this part too. You know, everybody's going to want to pull, scratch, and tug at you, especially when you're already near the top spot. They're going to be trying to drag you down. They're going to try to drag you down because they feel they should be where you at, or they feel that you should be giving more than what you're giving. But to be honest, you're going to give but so much. Prime, you almost got sent to the damn corner. Don't play with me, son. I ain't see you in church in like 8 weeks. What up, son? Life is always going to have something that you're going to have to worry about. In certain situations and organizations, you could be at the top because you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, right? But you got to worry about, again, somebody trying to take you out for your spot or trick you out your freedom. Oh, shut the hell up, goddamn it! My bad, y'all. You know I'm gonna be the city without the bullshit. Prime, you already know. Ken, what's going on, my guy? No, but it's truth though. You gotta worry about that type of scenario. You could be in a part of a organization. You might be set in a certain place right now because you quote unquote put in your work. Right? You put in your work, but then now look, you still gotta worry about somebody trying to cut your head off or trying to snatch you down out your position so they could be in it. But then the funny thing about that is that those people that are feeling for that end up getting the same type of treatment. If you just backdoored somebody, guess what? It's only a matter of time before it happens to you, which is the truth. The reason why, to some degree, I say some of y'all should think before you do things, because again, for some of y'all, that street life, that gang life is not for you, and you know it's not for you. I ain't me, Kenny. Somebody was just getting out their car and got in their car. Old ass Jeep. My bad, y'all. Look how many prominent people who could have been at the rise of everything got taken down by their own people. But a lot of times it will be your own peoples, especially when you're building on a certain accord, that will try to snake and pull you down. Which is a sad thing because again, if you're supposed to be trying to build for something better, and you try to make sure you can take care of the people that are important or the people that actually need it. Come on now. How does that work? James, what's going on, my guy? I already know if y'all just tuned in at the like button. You know, and that's the thing though. Like prime example, for some of y'all think your rise to the ranks will always keep you solid when you get to your finishing point. It's not going to be it. I'm from the outside looking in. If I'm a gang member that just rose his way to the top, and not saying rose my way to the top quickly, but no shortcuts. I'm doing that like how somebody would be doing a regular 9 to 5 job. I'm working my way up, and I done work my way up to a great position. Now that I'm in that great position, regardless to what, you're gonna have some who don't like it. You're gonna have some who feel like, oh, this is how things should be and how you should be doing things, etc., etc. But that's what you got to deal with, right? There's that aspect of it. But how this person got up in this position, and like it be cornball shit like that that will start the process of you know division basically, which don't make sense. You know, some people rush to try to be in a certain position, but then when they get there, they unaware of what they doing. Lucy, baby, they unaware of what they're doing, or they let certain things get to their head. They let power get to their head, and that's another way some of y'all will be on that downfall list if you don't think critically. Some of y'all let power get to your head, and when it does, you start making all forms of decisions you wasn't making before. Some of the decisions you think is supposed to be good, it might be good for you, but it might not be good for everybody else. And again, that's when you'll have things, you know, you'll have things that transpire basically. But just know that's what comes with that life. I know people who are part of different whatevers, and guess what? Most of them said the same thing once they got to a certain age. I was young and dumb and not giving a fuck. But now that I'm at a certain impasse in my life, I got more to live for. I got better things to worry about. Kenny, that's your fault. You ain't go to sleep yet, son. Go to sleep. Yeah, son, insomnia messing with you, I see. But you gotta think about that. When it's all said and done, these are the type of these are the type of dealings you're gonna have to deal with. People are gonna either try to snake you, they're gonna try to blindside you, they're gonna do a whole bunch of whatever. And if they feel they could do something the way they could get away with it, that's something else you gotta worry about. Like this is my thing. You just gotta be mindful on what you're doing when you are building. Now, again, I can't tell nobody how to live their life. Some people might join that situation, some might not. Some might tread lines. Either which way, you just better be mindful and careful of how you are moving. Because the same way you wanted the spot, somebody else gonna want that spot. Serious, baby. Gotta remind yourself of that. If you're gonna try to build with your peoples, and that's how you really plan on moving, whether you in the streets or not, whether you move in the street life or not. And this is for everybody that need to hear that. You make sure that your gang is tight and solid. And again, communication should always be that key factor. Like I said, if we're all doing something together, then we should remain doing that. You know, if we're in a situation where all of us could prosper and we all get an equal fair share of whatever, there should be no reason why anybody should feel jealous. There should no be, should be no reason why anybody feels hate, envy, or feels slighted. If you all, that's just like y'all all working the same job and y'all all getting the same pay. Y'all can't get mad. Well, you can if you've been working there long enough and you ain't get that good pay bump and shit like that. That's different. But if you all, prime example, just started there, y'all all getting the same amount, even if y'all working in different departments, right? Y'all all getting almost the same amount every week. Y'all can't look at each other and get mad. Nah, this is what's going to happen. If you're doing things together, you know 9 out of 10 is going to be a split. And again, I'm not condoning none of that. Not condoning none of that at all. But it's just a cautionary tale because some are still going to delve in, even when they're hearing good advice from anybody. Some people are already going to be set in a way of just going down whatever path they're going. But see, you got to remember this part too. You trying to move actively in certain situations and organizations. Guess what? You're going to have beef that way when it's all said and done. It's going to come to that form of it's either me or you. It's going to be one of those. And if you definitely are not prepared and really synced in for that, then you should think twice before you do anything. Gotta think about it. In certain scenarios, you know what it is when it comes to street life. It's a game of life and death. Whether you're a part of a gang, a small clique, you doing things dolly, you got a little crew you roll with, doesn't matter. It's always going to be iffy out there because again, everybody is itching and scratching and fighting for something. And again, like I said, there's no code of honor when it comes to anything out there in the streets. There is no honor amongst thieves. See, the sad part about it is that when it's all said and done again, some of y'all wanna just go there because you feel it doesn't matter. But at some point, something in your life will matter. And when it does, it'll hit you. You'll start thinking a little more clearly. No matter what your destiny holds in life. And mostly, always, you are supposed to be in control of that destiny. If you decide and you want to be a square, like how everybody want to call it, you want to be a square, okay. So what? You're living within the means, living within the confines, living within. That's good. You know your boundaries, you know your limits, you know this, you know that. You know, you're not doing nothing to where you will be jeopardizing, you know, your future growth and betterment. Period. It always felt like this. You have options. You can make something out of nothing, basically. You can. The smallest idea or the smallest thing you think is possible for you, hey, it can generate big for you. Like for again, some of y'all youngins, y'all trying to get tuned in and tapped in with the music, whether it's the drill scene or R&B scene, whatever. However it is you trying to do it, whether you clicked up or not, I'm just going to give you some fair advice. You have to again be mindful of the people that you bringing with you, the people that really ride with you, and that's even when you doing your little tours and everything else, or when you trying to make your little show appearances and things like that. You trying to promote, market, and do whatever. You have to be mindful of who you're bringing with you. The reason why I say that is because again, you don't want too much of a unpredictability when you're dealing with business. And there's a lot of y'all that again have the wrong people around during the sit downs and the meetings, and then things don't turn out the way it really should turn out. In order for y'all to be successful, like I told y'all the other day, in certain aspects you're gonna have to leave alone. And leave alone for the good. Because why stop your bag? You know? You are reaching for that point of life, right? You wanna do things better. You wanna be able to again expand your brand and do whatever. You're saying you're trying to do it for the right reason, so make sure you're doing it for the right reason. You know, like I said, there's going to be some meetings, prime example, where everything could be smooth, talked out, and everything. And you're going to have other meetings where it's going to be chaos because everybody's in confusion, especially when it's dealing with marketing and everything else. So some days you might have them bad days, but don't let your temperament, don't let, you know, don't let any emotion override the overall aspect of what you do. And if there's things you can't come to conclusions on, then you put that to the side and focus on the things again that y'all came down and came to common agreement with. Prime example, y'all might want to run a business together doing something like as far as you might want to run an ice cream parlor, a juice shop, something along those lines, right? Now again, this is where communication comes into play. Y'all might go half on the business or go half on two businesses, depending on how you moving, how you doing things. The one thing you don't want, is the miscount of money. Making sure everything is up to par and legit and where it needs to be at. Because the one thing they will be doing when it comes down to your money records and stuff like that is they following everything. So again, if you want to move legit, move legit. You know, leave certain aspects up out of that. And again, don't do anything harsh or rash. Whether you doing business together, whether you're consolidating or doing whatever. You know, that is critical to do. Again, conversations that are needed. Well, look, you know, we made a little, we made a little extra profit this month on this, that, and the third. What you thinking about? us doing this or what's going on. Um, things along those natures. Again, this way y'all all on point, on the same page. Nobody feels anything. You know. But why if this happened, why nobody said nothing? No, we all said this. You just didn't pay attention. And again, like I said, when it comes to certain business aspects, how you doing? You're gonna have to have a general meeting and a consensus on things. Because again, it's not just about the profits. It's just about keeping everything stable. And then even when you decide to branch off because you feel like this is what y'all want to do, then you do what you do. Some tandems won't stay together forever, but still be the best of comrades and everything. You might vision something that's going somewhere. You might have another vision that's going somewhere, definitely. That person, same cylinders. You know, Word, what's going on, my guy? Appreciate you for dropping those links, serious baby. Working hard in this damn sun ain't even working hard today. Oh, come over here with that. Hold on one second. Come over here with that. Don't. Not today. Stop it. My bad, y'all. If you hear me, I don't care about that. Go trick or treat with your dogs then. My bad, y'all. Give me 1 second. 1 second. Scalp hurt. So now they got dog treats for the damn dogs. My bad, y'all. Oh yeah, and again, nappy Halloween to everybody who might be out and about. But again, for those that are out and about for the day, again, just keep yourself aware and keep yourself safe. But yeah.
That's song that Chris Brown said. People, and I'm not the pretty boy.
Don't mind nobody, y'all. Don't mind that.
Spider-Man.
Yeah, because some people are out and about early. Like I said, they having some events right now. That's the thing.
I think that's the greatest little costume they have for fathers to
I'm gonna get back to that safety aspect today for y'all. But yeah, all right, brought dog treats for trick or treat. I'm not fucking with you, word. Yo. Jimmy, what's going on, my guy? But again, for some of y'all need to hear this, especially some of you young ones that's trying to quote unquote come up in this music. If this is going to be your bread and butter, a lot of things that was a factor gonna have to exit out. And for the betterment, again, it's not even so much as a sacrifice, it's a compromise. If you still gonna be doing what you're doing, because some people are gonna be content in what they're doing. At least be a little wise and a little more smarter, especially when it comes to the business aspect. And make sure there's not a situation where the feds can come crashing in or questioning or doing anything. And I mean that even on the legals, like just make sure everything is up to par, like taxes, all that shit. Mind your business. Get about my bag. Hold on a second. Get about my bag, man.
You gonna dress up?
No. Mind your business. My bad, y'all. Somebody about to get karate chopped. Still celebrating from yesterday, so I ain't trying to hear that shit.
Get karate shot me unless you dress like the Karate Kid.
Yeah. About to say serious. Come get your homegirl real quick when she get a karate chop. Nah, but
put you in the costume.
Won't happen. I'm going as the Incredible Nate. I'm already my true color, so it don't matter.
Every day, Nate.
I know. But I ain't Hulk smashing forever, so it don't matter. I just been walking around like
you got a Biggie shirt. You dress up as Biggie. That's it.
Notorious NTG. Now check it. No, but for real, fellas and ladies too, because some of y'all out here trying to do the thing, but like I said, y'all gotta have communication when it comes to the business aspect. Everybody should be on point. And honestly, if you got the right solid people, you ain't gotta worry about too much of the nonsense or the why you getting more than me. No, we getting the same amount. Fine, I'll leave her alone today. I'll leave her alone today.
Even my baby's address.
Your baby ain't even worried about you. She trying to get up out the stroller. My bad, y'all. She got her damn dog out here. Well, yeah. See, look. Let out the stroller at the wrong time.
No, they were already out. They were playing and everything.
Nah, I'm gonna leave her alone. Don't worry, I'll leave her alone. But yeah, just think about that. Your main thing is you want to start moving more legit. Then the things that are not legit, you gotta move away from. It's just that simple.
When you procrastinated because you have to go home to clean and then go to work, but you don't want
I know. You be alright. Trick or treat.
to. I don't like adult things.
You be alright.
No.
Well, sorry, you can't go back in time,
I'll
so
be a bear and hibernate for the winter.
you be alright.
Then that's great.
Well, yeah, if it's cold, you gonna have to. Ain't gonna be doing much of nothing. But yeah, fellas,
I got
you
like three
know,
onesies on my cart.
be real with your shit. You know,
Oh, yeah.
Mazel
I
tov.
gotta sleep. I gotta see what the kids want
I see you in the morning, if anything. Yeah.
to do. Oh, hell yeah. I know
Mazel tov. Yeah, but you gotta remember that part though. Um, Always keep everything solid amongst your clique. You know, those are supposed to be your A1 day ones, and there should really be no worries. Outsiders, again, just making sure everything stays afloat. You got to remember, if y'all both, even if you're running different businesses, y'all both want to be still on point with how to move with your businesses, how to keep track of your quarterlies, all of that. A lot of those things are important because some of y'all could already be getting more than what you think you're getting, but you're not paying it no attention. Really not. Again, you're trying to flourish, you're trying to grow and prosper, but you're also trying to show and give a blueprint. Frugal, baby. Mhm. And a lot of y'all could be giving blueprints, and some of y'all technically are already either giving blueprints or inspirations to those under you. That's something you got to think about too. You about to get in a prominent position where a lot of people are scratching to get, or a lot of people wasn't really able to get to. You should be, basking in that moment and enjoying all of it. But again, not crashing out. Again, that means not having to prove certain things. It's frivolous and it's nonsense. Because now you are completely messing up your bag or risking everything. But there's a lot of y'all who are making a wave and actually doing the right type of things. And I commend y'all on that. I commend y'all because, again, you know what it took to get from point A to point B. You definitely ain't trying to go back to point A. So, again, be wise in your business decisions and just decisions in general. You're going to be meeting new people. You're going to be meeting new business acquaintances and all of that, right? That's a part of the game, from what I see. You're going to have to do a lot of business ventures, so on and so forth. You want to make certain deals lucrative, right? How's going to be lucrative when you fighting in the board meetings? How's going to look when y'all fighting within? Y'all can't come to agreements on things. That will destroy a business too. That'd be like y'all all fighting over pricing. Prime example. Y'all both run stores, or y'all all run stores. Prime example. I mean, people is building together. As far as your clique is concerned, everybody gotta know what they doing and how they gonna do it, and have knowledge on keeping everything where they need to keep it. But again, communication. because y'all might have something that y'all are invested in together. So again, just make sure everything is on the up and up. You know, outside interference and emotional decisions, those will definitely damage everything as far as the building is concerned. Just got to remember that part. But all in all, today is a good day for some of y'all because some of y'all are actually already taking those steps to prominence. And now where you at, you're in complete dominance. That's a good thing. That's because you kept humble beginnings and you done what was necessary. You left a solid blueprint the way you're supposed to leave it. And it's hard to do for some of y'all when you know you came from a lot of different scenarios that would alter and shape somebody else's mind and thoughts of how to build. There's a lot of y'all who could build together definitely on the great up and up. That's because most of y'all have the common ground again. It's not about the individual situation. It's about what the overall outcome in the process is. Where do we get to? You know, how much was we able to obtain? You know, and then you move everything from there. And some of y'all have done it. You know, like I said, it's a good look for you. You always gotta remind yourself that again, you gotta ask what's really more important. This growth in life or the destruction of life. That's all you can really ask. And a lot of y'all just gotta think about it. You know, you have a lot to offer and give in more than one way. You know, again, but everybody can't follow the same roads. The road to success will always be a tricky one, but nonetheless, it'll be a great one. Because if it's something that you know you solid in, you're gonna always be able to flip the script and do everything. You know what you're worth, so make sure you putting in your full potential. P Moses, what's going on? Y'all already know if y'all just tuned in, hit the like button, and if y'all new to the channel, like, share, comment, and subscribe. It's just a little motivational for those who definitely need to hear it. You know, despite how you might be moving, whether you moving in the streets or whether you moving on some corporate shit, the main thing for those again who are in the successful part of things, you knew what it was. You knew what it was going to take for you to get there. You know, your steps might have been different from everybody else's, but by being your own unique person, by standing on your grounds with the things you need to stand your grounds on, you're pretty much solid. And that's a good look because now, again, look, you're able to provide for your family, especially if you do got young ones. You're able to provide for your family. You're able to provide for yourself. You're able to provide a way for people to get some form of blueprint so they could be motivated to do something on their own too. You gotta remember that it's always going to be unlimited doors opening for opportunity. It's solely about going after it, you know. And if you go after it, again, once it's in your grips, that's it. Hold on to it. But again, communication. Y'all got to sit at them board meetings, sit at them tables, and do what's necessary. It would be the same way if you was in the streets and you with your people breaking bread, right? Y'all all gonna have to sit at the table. And y'all all gonna still have to have some forms of talks and conversation. That's pretty much how you keep everything business wise flowing good. That's all y'all need to keep doing is keep being solid. And remember the most important things. But yeah, you just also again trust your better judgment, your better knowledge when it comes to the business aspect of things. Like I said, you merchandising when it comes to clothing or sneakers, anything along those lines, if that's how you want to build too. Because there's a lot of you young men out there too trying to get into the fashion thing. Cool. Again, you know what you know what you need to produce. Now just produce it. And continue to keep grinding until you get where you need to get. Again, it's about mass production, right? That's what you need. Keep yourself solid. And again, focus. If something don't feel right, if something don't look right, then don't sign that paper. Don't sign that deal unless you know for a fact it's something that you really need to be aware of, and if that's something that you really want to go with. But again, keep fighting and striving. In certain instances, you're gonna have to keep on. You have to keep scratching and fighting like it's coming from point A. It's the only way you keep yourself humble. But that's also the way you keep yourself in gaining more knowledge and wisdom because you're doing a lot of reading. When you know something feels good, you do it. You know, when something look a little you know to hold off on that. That's just like if you do decide you want to sell one portion of your business, you gotta make sure you know who you're selling it to and make sure that they don't run your or run that piece into the ground. Just common knowledge and wisdom for some that need to hear it today. Some of y'all should take business courses or just take finance courses. That would definitely help some of y'all. Some of y'all are definitely great and excellent in math. What better way to make sure everything is where it need to be because you're in complete control of it. Again, I'm gonna be giving little insights for those that need to hear it. Whether you solo dolo or you got a squad with you. Not all y'all gonna be able to travel the same road to get to where you're going. But when you're going to your destination, if you already know the pathway, then hey, follow that pathway. Golden rule though is never quit. But today I'm going to finish reiterating for those again who might be out and about, especially those who might be going to the events tonight, no matter where you at. Again, make sure you watching your drinks. Ladies, watch your purse, etc., etc. Common things you should know because again, never know what might happen in the blink of an eye. Appreciate you, my guy. You already, but this is the thing though. Again, be mindful in your situation where you at. Because again, you don't know what might be around that corner. You could be having fun 1 minute and you could be running the next minute just because something done popped off. Again, make sure you are with the right people. Make sure that you are paying attention to everything. And if something don't feel right with any one of y'all, then y'all all need to band together. One of y'all feeling sick, woozy, dizzy, or anything along those lines, make sure you're getting some form of help. And if you want to be out and about at some parts of the evening with your children, trick or treating and doing whatever, again, be mindful of everything that's being given out, candy wise or food wise. And if it don't look right or seem right, you already know, toss that out. And keep that as a reminder not to go there no more, neither for anything. Again, it's about safety today. And I see a lot of people are calling this safe today. A lot of people are actually taking their children trick or treating them. You know, if you're gonna be grabbing from stores and stuff like that, make sure they giving you fresh candy and not that shit that probably been sitting on a display or sitting in wherever forever. It'll just be visual and know everything, you know. For the grown-ups that's going to the parties, again, y'all know what to do. Watch what you drink, watch your drinks, watch who you smoking with, so on and so forth. Harry, what's going on, my guy? And again, if something don't feel right, make sure you with the right people that's going to make sure you get into some form of safety. Because even in events like what's going on today, there's some people who learn some harsh lessons they need to learn or fell victim to certain things. Again, be mindful. Not supposed to be. Because again, it's getting critical now. Oh, and wait a minute. My fault. I was supposed to put this up right here too. And I appreciate you, serious baby. That part too for some of y'all. I know this month technically was supposed to be National Domestic Violence Month, but also Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And I think I covered both angles this month technically. Again, for those who need to, for you men and women out there, again, if you feel something wrong, go get yourself checked out and make sure it's not that. You know, prayers and condolences to those who might have lost people to that. You know, when it comes to any form of cancer, it's still going to be a never-ending fight. But we still trying to fight towards progression of trying to make things at least a little more suppressed when it does come to that. And again, it doesn't matter if it's breast cancer, brain cancer, anything along those lines, intestinal cancer, lung cancer, any form of cancer. If anybody has lost anybody around that, you know, again, prayers and condolences. You know, main thing is just trying to keep yourself preserved. You know, and when your body is telling you something, listen to your body. But again, for some of y'all that's out and about doing the Halloween activities and all, just make sure if you got the kids with you, make sure that you and the kids are safe, you know, and make sure that you at least back in within a proper time frame. Because again, you know, when it's all said and done, you want to make sure you're coming home safe and that you have enjoyed your day as well too. And some of y'all will want to be out and about early. Some of y'all might have to wait a little later because of whatever. But again, just be safe. You know, wasn't going to hold y'all all afternoon neither. I just want to again reiterate for some of these young ones that needed to hear it. Again, especially if you're going to be trying to build on the business tip of things. You know, just be solid with your crew. And again, y'all all do what's best for you. It's the most important thing. But make sure y'all still do what's best for the brand. If you put the brand together, then hey, you continue to build the brand together. You know, but all in all, it's just again, just use your common sense and logic, and things will work out the way it's supposed to. Things will fall in place the way it's supposed to. And again, you didn't have to take no unnecessary shortcuts, or you didn't have to do any unnecessary damage or dealings to where things would have been a problem. You know? Now, when you again, you're saying that you're doing things for the family, you're doing things for this, then that should be the main goal. There should be no selfish anything, no thoughts, no second guesses, no self doubt. Just keep yourself mentally sharp and strong, spiritually sharp and strong, and that's it. You pretty much got it. You can't fumble the ball when you already are in a prominent position. But again, I would advise y'all to again get into either some form of economics or business classes, things that you know you trying to continue to move the ball with. And again, remember that everybody got to have some form of road to fall down to. Um, you might not be the best when it comes to accounting, but you could be the best when it comes to promoting and marketing. You be all right. Again, everybody just gotta know their role and play their position when it comes to the bill. You know, but again, solid anything will keep everything afloat. And even when you do branch off into different groups or to different sections doing different things, hey, that's how it's supposed to be. You're still growing and learning, but you're still keeping everything solid amongst the flock. We've seen success stories like that. People came in together as a group, they might have banded off, but they did solid like they were supposed to, and still could come back together and put something together collective. For those that listen to the music, look at the Locks, prime example. They never fully broke up. They really just they went their separate ways when it came to certain things, but hey, they still came back together and gave you classics. It's a lot of groups that will do things like that. So some of y'all should take that as a grand step. If you that solid with your clique, no matter what you do and what you branch off into, the fact that y'all could come back together and be solid for anything, that's what's up. That's more than a blessing. Shit. That's a blueprint for some to see that. So this the way it won't be no backdooring. This way it won't be no I gotta be where you at. I don't want you in this spot. Man, listen. When it's all said and done, if y'all came in together with the same notion of trying to build, that's what you're gonna do. Always keep that in mind. There's no more selfish thoughts. And if you feel you can't build or grow with the collective, then that's when you're supposed to just part ways. But a majority of the time, we do get success stories anyway. People can come together, branch off, and even if they don't come back together, they'll still come back from certain collectives. But you ain't gonna get them coming back as a group now unless they decide they're gonna do something, on a tour wise. Well, come over here with that bullshit now. My fault, y'all. I don't want to hear nothing from you, Baby Pablo over here. None of that shit. What's going on? What up? What up? Mountain Child. What up, grown little nigga?
Yo, tell us wrong with you, man.
You know that shit.
You're right.
Yeah. But yeah, again, just make sure everything is solid. Communication will always work the best way, more than any way. So hopefully some of y'all got what you needed. And I want to take the time to give love and thanks to everybody that showed love and appreciation. Again, it is another blessing. And again, it feels good. It feels good only because you got to think about it. Some people didn't get a chance to make it past teen stages. Some didn't get past 20. Some didn't get past 30. Enjoy every moment of life. Take every opportunity in life that you can take. And again, you continue to be yourself and keep growing. You're continuously learning until you close your eyes for good. So no matter what age or stage you're building on, again, be solid in your movements, your business decisions, everything. And again, keep that communication barrier open as always. But for those still celebrating this week, the fellow Scorpios, I ain't forget about y'all. I ain't forget about y'all. You know I had to be a fool with it. You know I had to be a fool.
She want me on me like no. Sorry girl, but you gotta go. Sorry girl, but it's too much. 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 It's too much.
Hopefully enjoy your birthdays. I gotta wish a few people today happy birthday as well too. This is gonna be the next couple weeks of Scout Piece hurting, but again, for everybody that's celebrating, y'all keep yourselves, keep yourselves safe, keep yourselves in order. Definitely keep creating long lasting memories. And ain't forget about you. It's still your birthday. And one of y'all better save me a piece of birthday cake, because I ain't trying to hear that. Oh, yeah, and I did owe somebody this, too.
Motherfucker.
Oh, man. And for those that follow me on Clapper, appreciate y'all for rocking out last night. We definitely rocked out. You know how we do it. Oh, it's almost Friday Eve. I forgot. So, my bad.
Bounce back, take a loss, nigga, get it right back. She get tossed around, moving like that. Outside with the demons. Beyonce almost made me drown, but I'm breathing. I had to lose to win. Then I told myself I never lose.
Yeah, I ain't forget about y'all. But yeah. Oh yeah, especially for my drinkers out there, because I know y'all gonna be trying to wild out.
Dear friend, I know it's your birthday today, but keep yourself under control. Don't drink all the alcohol in town or the news will be like this tomorrow.
Yeah, I know, I know. And there's a lot of y'all preparing for work, so here. Yeah. Hopefully y'all enjoy yourself. Oh man. Oh, wait a minute. I just thought about something. It is Halloween, so yeah, my bad. We can still celebrating here.
Don't give in, trust me, could take all your sins. So let me in. Don't give in, trust me, could take all your sins. So let me in. Don't give in, trust me, could take all your sins. So let me
Oh man. You know how we do things over here though. But again, appreciations for all of y'all that definitely rocked out. And yeah, for those following me on Clapper, I will definitely see y'all tonight at 7. Hit y'all with the Mac 11. Send you and your mama to heaven for that Throwback Thursday. And again, I appreciate everybody that's been solid and been moving solid. You know, been helping and being a part of the great conversations, whether you're on the panel or whether you're in the chat. I've been bringing in a lot of great things, and this is what we can continue to keep doing. You know, again, certain progression will happen when it does come to the right solid build. But yeah, it's time for me to figure out lunch. Time for me to be light skinned. But wait a minute. I can't let y'all leave out like that though.
in. Don't give in, trust me, could take all your sins. So let me in. Don't give in, trust me, could take all your sins. So let me in. Don't give in, trust me, could take all your sins. So let me in. Don't give in, trust me, could take all.
Oh, you know we a fool with it.
How we roll, like that. That's just how we roll.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and this is my favorite one out of all of them. Yeah. But I appreciate everybody that's been a part of the conversation. Yeah, I definitely see y'all again tonight at 7. Y'all enjoy the rest of your mornings in the west, afternoons in the east. And yeah, good evening, everybody in the UK and you future babies. I still need my lottery numbers today for tomorrow, and I'm looking for you. I will be looking for you. And don't be encouraging the madness. Y'all two always encouraging the damn madness. A couple of y'all always encouraging the madness, but it's okay.
My
Watch this.
muscles are getting bigger. Oh, yes, the muscles. The muscles are getting big from the pump.
I feel gangster today, so watch this. Get baby Rufus again.
Is that too obvious? Okay, I like your confidence. Oh, that's what the comments, okay.
And get baby Oliver.
That's just not my problem. Not my problem. That's just not my problem.
Oh man, I'm gonna let y'all leave out though. I'm gonna let y'all leave out with the good karaoke of the day though. The good karaoke, don't worry. Here you go.
the type I appreciate. With no makeup, you looking good in the face. Natural body, I'm loving how it's shaped.
I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hoes coming in, so I gotta bring the guys with me. Said he get the dirty outside. Heard they was some freaks, so I had to bring the down with me. Oh, you with it? I'm gone. Come to the bathroom, give me that dome. Yo, man's get the tripping, Brody.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. But again, for those who need to hear this too, and again, make sure you are getting your annuals done. Make sure you're just keeping yourself as safe as possible. And again, for the rest of y'all, I'll see y'all later on. Since we got so much of a laugh, Here for you baby drinkers again.
Oh yeah, no you love it, muscle lips. Let's go. Lap it up, you hungry son of a bitch. Whoop! Sorry.
Get a handle on your frisbee, college boy.
Oh, you do not want to go.
We up out of here though.
Now, before we start to turn it out, you must first begin to breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Now drop, now drop, now drop, now drop. Breathe in, breathe out.
Well, yeah, let me get up out of here. If y'all was new to the channel, like, share, comment, and subscribe. Shout outs to the replay game. Shout outs to the Shadow Mafia and the Shadow Babies. Y'all know what it is, baby. For everybody that was in attendance today, you already know that love is love and they'll be reciprocated as such. I don't know how to be fake. All I can do is give you real. That's all I'm going to do is give you real topics and real bills. Clapper fam, I'll see you at 7. And yeah, it's going to be a great one. Y'all stay safe. Keep that third eye open. To the next live, we out of here. Peace and blessings.